Tonight on Arcane After Dark, we slip into the golden shadows of old Hollywood, where fame was fleeting, beauty was currency, and for some, the price of stardom was their soul. This is the tragic story of Barbara Payton. She was luminous, magnetic, a starlet born not just for the camera, but for the chaos that came with it. Barbara Payton was once considered one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, a rising star in the 1950s with the world at her feet. But as biographer John O'Dowd wrote, Barbara was so much more than a cautionary tale. She was a woman with an enormous heart, incredible wit, and a strength that kept her alive long after most would have faded. Barbara was born in Cloquet, Minnesota. In 1927, her family moved to Los Angeles during the Great Depression, chasing better fortunes. In the sunshine of California, Barbara's looks got her noticed and quickly. By her early 20s, she had signed with Universal Pictures and starred alongside big names like James Cagney and Gary Cooper. She was bold, glamorous, and unapologetically wild. Her screen presence was electric, but off-screen, Barbara lived fast. She once said, "I was a dame and I knew it. I didn't mind being used, but I never wanted to be discarded." Her personal life became tabloid fodder, especially her relationships with actors Tom Neal and Franchot Tone. The two men became entangled in a violent rivalry over Barbara, and although she was never charged with any wrongdoing, the scandal shadowed her career. Hollywood's love for her dimmed. She struggled to find work. The offers slowed. Her lifestyle didn't. Over time, the glitz turned to grit. But Barbara was far from a helpless figure. She was clever, creative. According to John O'Dowd, Barbara had a deep soul. She read philosophy, she wrote poetry, and she genuinely cared about people. In another quote, he adds, "She once said she wanted to be remembered as someone who lived fully even if it meant falling hard." She tried to publish her own story, an unflinching memoir called I Am Not Ashamed. In it, she wrote, "I lived 1,000 lives in one. I walked with angels and devils, and I drank from both their cups." Barbara worked as a party hostess, decorator, and even explored furniture upholstery. But her later years were marked by hardship. Still, she remained fiercely proud and complex, a woman both ahead of and misunderstood by her time. In 1967, Barbara Payton passed away at just 39 years old. Today, there are whispers. People claim her old apartment in Hollywood remains unsettled. Some say her perfume still lingers in the halls. Others hear soft laughter late at night, like a party long ended, but not quite gone. Could it be that Barbara, even now, refuses to be forgotten? John O'Dowd believes her spirit still has something to say. As he told one interviewer, she wanted people to know she wasn't just a tragedy. She was a force, and forces don't just vanish. She was beauty wrapped in defiance, tragedy brushed with charm, and a life that flickered like a reel of film burning at the edges. Barbara Payton never asked to be anyone as role model, only to be remembered as she was, wild, radiant, and human. Some say she still walks the boulevard between what was and what could have been, a restless whisper in the city of dreams. If you ever find yourself walking near Franklin and Marbury, look up at the old apartments above the street. And if you catch a shimmer in the window, a flash of blonde hair, or the faintest smile, don't be alarmed. That's just Barbara, still dazzling, still defiant, and still not ashamed. Some stories refuse to stay buried. This has been Arcane After Dark. Sleep tight, darling.